So I just heard this from another YouTuber as I was listening to a podcast YouTube thing. And this may or may not be accurate information. From what I know about her, she always gives accurate information. But, this might be real, or I might be playing a big game of telephone with you and spreading information that's a lie. Because I haven't bothered looking it up, but I found it very, very interesting. I don't know if you know the creation of YouTube and how it all started. And from what I heard, just barely, there were three guys that used to work at PayPal and had first tried and failed to start like a video dating app, and it didn't work. And then one of the guys was really upset that he could not find videos of Janet Jackson's breast being exposed by Justin Timberlake at the Super Bowl halftime show. Remember that? You remember that? He was big mad that he couldn't find video footage of it and decided to create YouTube. Isn't that the most wholesome story you've ever heard in your life? That's what's on my brain. I need to get my brain on something else though, because we're not making soaps about any of those things right now. It's just we're on the YouTube and I'm on the box and I'm feeling a little dirty right now. But I will tell you more about the thing that we are doing today in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. That guy's a pervert. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You're at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 101 of 365 days of soap. Crazy. And we are finally finishing up the Star Wars line. It's the 10th day, 9 soaps. Today's the bath bomb launch. So that's exciting. Now, the Soapprentice designed all of these bath bombs around the planets in the galactic system, or the system, which makes sense, and that's cool. And so I might mispronounce a lot of things in all of this and, whatever, but the bombs are, of course, going to be amazing. So let's go check out her selections and her thought process and her artistry, now. Okay, on to the Planet Bath Bombs, and we are starting out with Practical Magic, and this is for Naboo. And Naboo actually looks like that with the green and the blue and the white. And it is close to the border of the outer rim, and it's where the Gungan come from. So Jar Jar Binks. You know that. You totally know that. I actually don't know that. I had to learn all this stuff from Wikipedia because there are a lot of planets in all systems. And so I assume there are a lot of planets also in the Star Wars system, but I didn't know this. So I had to look it all up. Jar Jar Binks comes from Naboo. And I think Padme was on Naboo for a long time, right? Yeah, it's all a thing, for sure. And we are working with just 5 planets. Point of lots and lots of planets. We are working with just 5. Just 5. From Just Sent. Of the ones that we pick. You get it. Whatever. And so this was the first one that she did. Now, next up is graphite steel, which was used for the R2-D2 bar, and what she is using to make Hoth. Now, Hoth, that's a cool place. It's blue and white. It looks like that. She did a good job on that. And, oh, right, it's where the tauntaun came from. That's cool. And that makes sense. The Soapprentice is obsessed with tauntaun. She told me a story once about, I think she actually told me this story multiple times, about how, surely not multiple times if I don't super remember it, because that would just make me a huge dick. Probably just once. About her wanting to buy a tauntaun at Disney or wanting to make a tauntaun with like the innards coming out and everything. It was a whole thing, like for sure. And so point is, she loves tauntaun, so it makes sense that she wanted to make Hoth. Part the second. What am I doing? Now, sea salt and citrus is being used to make Dagobah, which makes sense because didn't the Soapprentice use sea salt and citrus for Yoda's soap? Pretty sure she did, yeah. And so that totally makes sense with all of this because that's, Dagobah is where Yoda, like, hung out during his last years. And it's very boggy and murky and swampy and green-y. And I guess it's, according to this wiki, this is presumably the homeworld of the humans. Dagobah. I wonder, why does this say, this say spiders? Oh God, I'm not getting into that. Okay, you guys can look that up. I don't want to look up spiders. But it says spiders. There's a little click down thing. Hot, humid, outer rim, swamps, forests, all the things. I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys know? Is this really the homeworld of the humans? That's interesting. And next up is... what was it? Oh, the Balance and Glow. And this is Mustafar. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm going to go with Mustafar. Mustafar. Mufasa. Mufasa. You get it. You get it. It is a tiny fiery planet in the Outer Rim. And, oh, it's meant to resemble hell. It's supposed to symbolize hell in the Star Wars universe. So, hence the red and the orange. And Balance and Glow, what did she use that for? The Jedi. Okay, so was this the planet that Anakin, like, became Darth Vader on? Was that the planet? Somebody let me know. It would make sense that it was, because remember, it was all volcano-y, and he was all burn-y, and, you know, Obi-Wan was like, you could have been the chosen one, or you were the chosen, you know, you've seen the movie. Was he on that planet? I'm feeling like he must have been on that planet. So that makes sense to put this in the line too. Important planet. Yeah. And the final planet is Gypsy Soul is being used, and we are making Tatooine. Now, she used Gypsy Soul for the lightsaber bars? Shit. You guys, I don't remember at this point, okay? Like, it was a big line, and we have another big series line coming up next, too. Like, a big one. But also because of, like, the weirdness with, again, having to go every other day for the videos to get everything back on track so our lives weren't on Mondays. Because you remember with the Yoda bar, it didn't upload right, and so I couldn't do the thing. Because I was at my favorite niece's birthday party, who is my only niece, by the way, just in case, like, people are only niece. Favorite niece and only niece. I'm not that kind of person. It's just a funny joke, whatever. Anyway, so we also had to go every other day with all of this so we could put the live in a place where Mr. Soap and Clay could actually be. It's all a thing. So as a result, the Star Wars line, it's been kind of long, but it's been long, which has been good because The Soapprentice's soaps, all of these Star Wars soaps, they actually took way longer to harden up and cure than normal. And I don't exactly know why. One of them, also, I think we talked about it in one of the other videos. I didn't see a single video in the Star Wars line wherein the Soapprentice actually hit an emulsion. Soaps still got firm. Soap still became soap. But they did take a lot longer to cure than what I'm used to. And I was going to do this whole video on like speeding up cure and weighing things and trying different things. Like, here's a dehumidifier, here's a heat cycle, here's a fan blowing on it for 24 hours, here's one doing nothing. But then like it got to be a lot with the move and all the other things that are going on that I couldn't do that. And by the time I had a little bit of time to do that, really, soaps were cured. Soaps had stopped using water weight. So I guess ultimately with all of this, it was a good thing that the schedule got weird and we had to go every other day again, halfway through the Star Wars line, because it effectively gave the soaps a little bit more time to cure, which is a good thing because they obviously have to be ready to go today, because this is when they go on the website. Once the bombs are done, series is done, they're available for sale, and they really did need that extra week. So I was glad that ultimately ended up happening, which is weird. We're making Tatooine. She's making Tatooine. Did I say that? She's making Tatooine. And so I was actually kind of confused because all the shots that I remember from Tatooine are mostly like reds and oranges. But looking at this planet, like the mock-up of the planet of Tatooine, it is purple and yellow and browny. So that's perfect. She did a good job on that for sure. And we've already talked about Tatooine. 2 suns, super bad for your skin, 1 moon. Jabba the Hutt lives there. It's where Luke hung out with his aunt and uncle, right? All the things. Like, we all know Tatooine. Just don't think I said that in the beginning. I'm just randomly also talking about, the weird problems with the soaps. Again, that it didn't hit emulsion. That I don't think any of those soaps actually hit an emulsion when she was making them. Definitely plays a part in the amount of time that it took to cure. But the recipe that she used, the oil blend that she used for all of those soaps, generally cures really fast, especially considering we make clay soaps. And the assumption is she put clay into all of her soaps. I would have noticed and pointed it out in at least one of the 9 videos had she not done that. And so I definitely did not do so. So she definitely included clay in this. Let me check. Yeah, it's in the ingredients. It's in the ingredients notes. So for sure, that happened. And so that it didn't actually hit an emulsion probably has a lot to do with the fact that that it took longer to firm up and stop losing water weight. But also, it could be something with justscent.com. Now, I can't say that for certain. This is, again, the first time that we've ever worked with Just Scent. So I have no frame of reference for them. And so I don't super know. But, just kind of put a pin in that. So if you are using scents from Just Scent, that is a question that I'm actually asked kind of frequently. And also I see that on a lot of different forums wherein people are asking the questions, asking if fragrance oils can impact the amount of time that it takes to cure. And the answer to that is definitely yes. So, I mean, not only the fragrance itself, but also just the amount of fragrance that you used. And that's true of essential oils as well. So it could be Just Scent. I'm really going to lean closer to these soaps didn't hit an emulsion, and that's why they were soft much longer than I expected them to be. I mean, because it's like September-ish now, right? Like, we're coming up on September. Or is it September? I still don't know days anymore. I'm still living that COVID life. But these soaps were made July 17th. All of these soaps were made July 17th. And they didn't stop losing water weight until a week ago, which is wild. So I'm thinking it's probably the emulsion thing. But luckily, bath bombs, they don't need to be, cured for a long time. So we have a bunch of fresh, awesome bath bombs, all planets: Naboo, Hoth, Dagobah, Mustafar, and Tatooine. Mustafar. I don't know somebody, you know how it works. If you phonetically, please. But that's day 101. The Star Wars bath bombs. The Soapprentice's very last bath bombs. It is bittersweet. They are all awesome. And she did an excellent job with all of the things. And there they are, the Star Wars bombs. And my only problem with that is that there are 5 of them. And I don't like odd numbers, just in general. And so it hurt me that there were 9 soaps, but of course there were going to be 9 soaps. And then it hurt me that there were 5 bath bombs. But 9 and 5 is also an even number. So it all works out together. So yay! My brain won't explode. So anyway, yes, because we are done with the bath bombs. That's it. That's the final one. All of these products are now available at soapandclay.com. And there's a coupon code down there. So if you're interested, get them at a deal. The coupon code expires in like 2 days. So go do that and, be awesome with all of the things. I hope you guys had as much fun with the Star Wars thing as I did, because I had a lot of fun. Geeking out was cool. And I appreciate you guys being around for the geeky, soapy ride. That was amazing. We're on to new content, new themes, new all the jazz from here on out. No more Star Wars. Say goodbye. It was fun. But yeah, I really appreciate all of my sudsers who have subscribed and done the things. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you joined me for another round of 365 days of soap. And I will see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of soapy fun. Bye.